hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Big Porky here, the voice of hardcore boxing, and I hope you've subscribed as well, or I'll be coming to pay you a visit. Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com. Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Isn't that right, Roxy? Well, what an exciting few days we've had, eh? We've had this email. I tried to discuss it with Julian last night, and we spoke about the part of it where a guy keeps emailing me, going on about Sam Jones, how his career's gone in a different direction to Joe Gallagher's and blah, blah, blah. That were like a year ago, and he's saying a different thing now, isn't he? Joe G's like at top, isn't he? He's got his own gym in an office in Saudi and multi-million-pound thing. I think it's bigger than Cannon's. Or is it Cannon's or David Lloyd's what he's running? Oh, all his stay will be going out there. But I'm not going to compare Joe G to Sam Jones because it's a different career in it, really. Sam's not a trainer. He's like a manager advisor, isn't he? So the guy obviously a Sam Jones fan, but two totally different careers. Now, there is somebody who likes to compare himself to Joe G, and that's Steffi Bull. Isn't that right, Steffi Bull? Keeps putting tweets out about what he's achieved and this and that, forcing it on people constantly. But we've just seen what he's about, haven't we? People keep going on about it to me. 15-year-old girl training in Donny. He's took her out to Mexico because it's an occasion and blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, if she's that good, why don't you get her up to EIS and let her have a couple of years up there and then go pro? Because that's an occasion up there. That'd be better for her than some backstreet place in Mexico, wouldn't it? Fighting some 39-year-old Irish dinner lady or something. What's all that about? Oh, well, we're overmatching her anyway. Well, what is she learning if she's overmatched? You can get that experience sparring at UK or going up to EIS and training with Olympic team and stuff like that. What is the rush? She's 15-year-old. They play with Barbies and all that, don't they, at their age, and hairdryers and makeup and stuff. And what are them books my cousins used to have? Tony and Lynn, what are they? Tammy and all that kind of stuff in it. 15-year-old. Steffi, you should know you've got two girls who've gone past that age. Listen, a lot of people say, what do you think about it all, Porky? What do I think about it? I'm hearing the word nonce. Yeah. You know what word I'm hearing, don't you, on that? Eh? I can't believe it. I'm in shock here. And we've got TalkSport pushing it. What is that? Is this where we're at now in 2023? We're taking 15-year-old British girls who should be at school out to Mexico to fight 39-year-old women. Is that what boxing's about? That is Steffi Bull a pioneer for boxing? Is that how he's a rival to Joe G, a Ring Magazine trainer at year who's just got a big Saudi deal out there and all that? For being his own man and not being a licker. That's right, lickers. Because you know what happens with these people in boxing who are lickers? We see them, don't we? We see them pass through. We see them come and go, don't we, these lickers? You see Sam Jones, he's a licker. He's got Frank there and Eddie there, and he's going like that. He couldn't deliver for Joe Joyce, and who else has he delivered for? Who? He can't even pull out Art for Castro, really, can he? Lickers. Now, once you've been found out as a licker and people have got your hard at weight, like Bricktop got him hard at weight, he ain't got a claim to out now, has he, with Joyce or out? Like, people come and go, don't they, in boxing when they lick and try and be everybody's mate. What you have to do, Sam Jones, and this will come in time because you're young enough, look about 12. You're a Cub Scout in boxing. You've got a lot to learn, but you will figure it out as you get older. Don't be a licker. Be your own man and stand firm. You should have been enforcing legal action to get Joe Joyce a title shot, but you tried to keep everybody else happy. You and your mate surround him. And now look, it's a busted flush now, isn't it? So that's one you've ruined. What are you doing for Castro? He's going backward. You don't do numbers in horrible style. So you're halfway to ruining two. What's going on with Flavio Marco, or whatever it's called? You were getting it Ben fight, weren't you? Look, don't be a licker, be your own man. Stand firm, right? We have rules. If there's a problem, you got border control. If there's a problem with commissions, you have a legal person who'll probably represent you. You enforce action. That's what people in boxing do. But that costs money, doesn't it? So don't jump into this sport half-cocked. You need a few quid, Sam. You can't just sell a few cars from a car showroom and think you know it all. Dave Colwell tried, didn't he? Didn't last 2 minutes. These big motor traders who don't last 2 minutes. Trust me, I tried myself. I did it for years. Hard slog, Sam. But I didn't do it for somebody else. Because when you work for somebody else in a car showroom and you want to have a deal with them, right, end that month where you juggle numbers, you still got to go upstairs to ask. Work for your son. You don't need to do that, Sam. You don't need to be a licker. Licker. You're embarrassing. Embarrassing, but I don't put you in the same bracket as Joe G. You're a consultant manager, Sam. You're not a proper boxing man like Joe G. For that idiot to compare you to Joe G, it's unbelievable. But Bullcroft just ruined his legacy, hasn't he, really? Hasn't you, Bullcroft? You've just ruined your legacy. Everything you've built up now is going to be shrouded with seediness. I'd never put my son in that situation, Steffi. But you're going to get loads of stick, and you know why, don't you? Right, so you'll get loads of stick over it because there's no smoke without fire, is there? Do you know what I mean? But I think it's seedy, disgusting, and TalkSport to push it like that. The bloke's got daughters as well. You could not make this up. Anybody backing this is disgusting. And her parents must be backward. Are they backward parents? Got to be backward. Backward. It's disgusting. It's totally disgusting. Eh? Because what happens is, you see, right, once you become a licker and you get found out with certain fighters that you've got, oh, we can't have that fight, we can't have that fight, oh, we don't want that fight. Your licking don't mean anything no more. You get discarded, so you have to look for a new angle, don't you? Well, you've got your angle now. You've got your angle. You'll have to... I think a good name for her, Rihanna Belter or Rihanna Ticket Seller, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. Why don't you just let her blossom? You could put her up at EIS up there. Let her learn a craft a couple of years and do a couple of nights with you. instead of putting her in with big hairy ass women pushing 40-year-old. Oh, she's overmatched. Well, what's she learning? Well, I'm repeating myself now. I think it's seedy and you're disgusting. If you've got a problem, we can meet anytime and discuss it. Anytime. You can come to my office anytime you want, Bullcroft. We'll turn camera on and I'll fire 10 questions at you. You can bring your mate round, that Jason Cunningham. He's got about 2 brain cells in his head. Bring him with you. I'll ask him a few questions because he's a big stiff dummy. I'm disgusted with you both from Doncaster. You disgust me. So I've got people texting me all day about this. Ring card men as well. Ring card men around the ring. Are any of these YouTubers going to put it on you about this? Or don't they? Because you're kind of like tied to Eddie Hills, aren't you? Yeah, they ask you. I think it's disgusting. You think Eddie would do that with his daughter? It disgusts me. You know what? I don't want my Ruby to take up boxing, and she can crack for fun, 11-year-old. She can crack. But I don't want her to do it now. I just think the people around it, I'm disgusted with it. I'm questioning why I'm even involved around this and giving an opinion on it. It disgusts me. You disgust me. But onto positive things. I saw that clip of Joe G in his gym, and anything he wants, the Saudis are getting him, and rings all over the place. Proper massive 24-foot rings and all equipment there. They're all fitting out them there, and it's like big, massive place. I've never seen no like it. I'm really impressed, and I think Joe Gallagher deserves it. Over 30 years in the sport, and he's gone from bottom to top. Do you know what I mean? You hear that? People driving by. Yeah, hang on a minute, mate. I'll just come running out and I'll take my gate off and give you it. Right, he's gone now. But no, I think it's disgusting, but what can you do? Talk sport, you disgust me. You disgust me. And I'm looking forward to seeing these YouTubers ask questions now to them about this, because they're not going to do, are they? They're not going to want to rock the boat. They'll be frightened to death. It's like a hot potato, isn't it? Nobody dare say it. They all want to say something, but they don't want to upset them, do they? But is this where we're at now? This is where we're at. We've got John Fury pulling his pants down, threatening to bump people and grab his crotch. And we've got Steffi Bull pimping out 15-year-old girls to make it. Oh, if it were tennis, you'd have a chaperone. Do they get a chaperone in boxing if you're underage? Can boxing people be trusted? I don't know. No one's accusing anybody of anything. It's all legal, isn't it? But it's all a bit morally wrong, in my opinion, morally wrong. And people will do anything to get a pound note. Do you understand? The same people in the boxing industry. I'm not going to say any names. Come here. Zip it, Bungle. And you can zip it as well. It's just a car, man. Come here. Well, scoot. Yeah. Barking every 2 minutes. Every time a wasp goes by house. No, I just think it's disgusting. And something needs doing about it. But lickers in the sport of boxing, once they've used all the life, so they move on to the next angle to stay in the mix. That's all it can be. Because why would Steffi have a glittering career as a manager, promoter, trainer, well, part-time trainer, whatever? Well, Ray Doyle trained Terry Harper, didn't he, till he got to the TV stages, and Anthony Tomlinson. Steffi likes to get his name on telly, don't you, Steffi? We call that stolen valor where I'm from. Stolen valor. Bit like John Terry running onto pitching it with trachea off. Stolen valor. That's it. But I don't know. He probably paid for Ray Doyle's Terry McDermott hair transplant because he had an head of hair like me, didn't he, at one point? Next time I see him, he had an afro. But no, I think it's seedy, and a lot of people might think that if they've got daughters, but if they haven't got daughters, they might think it's all right. But no, for me, it's not right. And should be put through amateur system and get an education and learn through there. And who knows, she might even want to go to Olympics and that, but that's going to be took away from her now, isn't it? Well, how many 15-year-olds do we see that can bob and weave and go on pads and that? I see it all the time. Stu Curry's gym in Manchester. I see videos that they put out and that, and he's got some cracking kids up there. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what to think of it. No, I do know what to think of it. It's seedy. And I won't let my daughter do boxing now because of that. Well, it's a shame, really, but no, I don't want to near it. I don't want to near it after seeing that and seeing the media people around it and that who don't say, boo. So let's see who these YouTubers are. We're going to put it on them now. Because these YouTubers that don't put it on ginger nuts over this, I think they're as bad. I really think they're as bad. I think it's disgusting. I think it's sick. I think it's quite sick. But anyhow, but I'm looking forward to seeing Joe Gallagher's stable go out to Saudi and the new signings that they're getting. It's all good, isn't it? We met it all day with you, Roxiana. Come on then. Come here. Come on. You're a nuisance. Well, show him your face. Show Julian your face. What you done scratching it? Right? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to Joe G's time out there and following it. It's going to be interesting to see when first show is. It's all shaping up great out there. That's all right, isn't it? The Fury situation, and who said do I think that happens? Yeah, I think it might happen, but if Fury pulls out, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I don't know. Maybe they might send for Steffi. Hey, maybe you might be able to dig Jason Cunning up against Andy Townend. Well, I don't know. And Joe G done well. Hey, there's been. I take it, looking at it from the outside, looking in. I think there's going to be a few scores set up in the sport of boxing in the next 6 months out there, and I think a lot of people who think that they're well in Saudi might just be in for a massive shock. Massive shock. But people come and go in boxing, don't they? And there's a lot of people quiet at the moment, isn't there? Dean White, he's quiet, isn't he? What's happening with him? He was going to do wonders, wasn't he? And be the new Ambrose Mendy. What's happened? Well, Black Box Promotions, and what they were doing well and putting shows on. 100 fights, 100 this, 100 that, blah, 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 5 venues, 20,000, whatever on his website. Good luck to him, but what is happening? When's his next show? When's his next show? You know, people come and go in the sport of boxing. Remember Richard Poxon, don't we? You remember him, don't you, Richard Poxon? Yeah, Richard Poxon. He was accused of embezzling thousands from Dennis. Weren't you, Richard? I've seen paperwork, kid. Poppity pop. If you were innocent, why don't you just go down to the bank with Dennis's wife, Halifax, on Wicker or in Sheffield, is it town centre? Go down with him because there's money missing and go down and then they get a crime number. Police involved. Why don't you go down? You're innocent. You worked there all that time. You went out of office, you never returned. Is that a guilty man or an innocent man? I don't know. Wasn't that long after, though, you were on calendar on it and ringside with Adam Smith going on about how masked men stormed your house and smashed all your cars and house up, didn't they? Did you get them? You must have done something wrong then. Which brings me to Ambrose Mendy. I've told this one before, but somebody keeps going on about him in comments section and emails. So, Ambrose Mendy. What's happening with him? We're going to take over World One. Another person hanging out at back of people, poncing and living out boxing. Go get a job. Go and get a job. What happens is once you show your true colours and you burn bridges, like ripping people off in boxing and doing seedy things, it all comes back to haunt you. And hanging around with people that take drug tests and this and that, and they never last the pace. They never last the pace. And I always had Steffi down as a fantastic boxing man. I was privileged and honoured to work with him when I with Dennis until he went in me back. I heard every word on phone. So, you know, you live and learn, don't you? Stephanie. You know, there's Ambrose Mendes all the way through, but you'd have thought Steffi had a last at pace, but going to put his son in a position now where people are going to knock him down, isn't he, with this one? It's a naughty one, isn't it? But getting back to Mendy, well, what about him? Dennis, can you lend me £11,000? Yeah, no problem, Ambrose. Unbelievable. A couple of years later, what's happening with that 11? Oh, I sent you an invoice to Michelle. Well, what for? Dennis, I think you owed me it from years back for some advice about Ricky Hatton for consultancy fee or something. What? What? And that's what you're up against in boxing. People like Mendy go around burning bridges. Didn't you, Ambrose? Bridge bender. Sorry. Bridge wrecker, whatever they call it. Bridge bender. That's just one of them. I could tell you hundreds of them. Not to be trusted. Vagabonds. Well, what is he doing? Where's he going, Ambrose Mendy, in boxing? We're constantly living off the Gale one. For doing what? Doing a few interviews with IFL and Boxing Social and hanging around weigh-ins and pressers. What is that? When you put Ben Eubank on, disappear out the sport. You're hanging around like a bad smell, like Poxon, trying to ponce a living, but you're not to be trusted, people like you. And there's plenty more where you all come from. Plenty more. They come and go. Come and go. Wrong uns, I call them. Wrong uns. And if they've got a problem, get stuck into me. Wrong uns. They're not proper boxing people. Proper boxing people, to me, people like Peter De Freitas. You'd even say Bricktop's a proper boxing person, wouldn't you? Because he is boxing, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's stuck at it. So you don't me say I won't trust him, because I won't. I won't trust any of these vagabonds. But there's good people. You've got to find them. You've got to find them in boxing. But there's a lot of lickers. And like I said, the lickers, they get left by wayside once they get fun out. Because the person who they were licking don't need them no more. Then what do they do? They're vulnerable then, aren't they? Very, very vulnerable. Hey? You've scratched your face there, haven't you? We better put some more cream on. Okie dokie. So that's about it, really. Ring card men. Ring card men at fights. The underage girls. And grown women pushing 40. Boxing 101 in 2023. Fucking disgusting. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. If anybody's offended by this video, I don't care. I don't really care. All right? Do something about it if you've a problem. porkycorner@mail.com if you've got a problem with this video. Come on Zoom and let's see what you've got to say. Grow some instead of leaving vileness or telling tales to SYPS UK on phone, ringing up. You know, when you ring up and I answer sometimes, I use a different voice. Julian, I'll tell you about that one another day. Eh? Bit like Tony Bellew, innit? I just rinsed him this morning. Why do you rinse Tony all the time? Well, we all know when I first started with Dennis and he wanted Dennis to sack me, don't we? They've all rung Dennis, Anthony, Tyson, Fury, Bellew, Kinahan, Fearon, Johnny Horsecock. None of them can budge me. I'm here to stay. Get ready. 6 year next week, Friday, we celebrate 6 year with Porkers. And I tossed it off for the first 2.5, didn't I? First two year. But we're still here, 6 year in. And we're enjoying it, aren't we? Say bye-bye to him, Roxy. Bye-bye. Take care. Peace out. Max! Breadcrumb! This weekend, Zoom. The comeback. I'm hearing the word nonce.